What's approaching the supreme moment? Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead.
What's good? Crazy day today, but finally found some time to upload a video. This is pretty much the team I'm running for the Extreme TEQ stage of Super Battle Road against the Super Agility type. So as you saw, pretty, I wouldn't say like, it's a good team, but not the greatest team. Basically, besides the Final Form Cooler unit and the World Tournament Perfect Cell, the rest of the units are pretty much, max SA without any dupe paths. So a little bit of a realism there, I guess, compared to some of the people trying to clear it. Let's see, Golden Frieza actually is SA level 1. The reason being, I have my agility version at 100%, so I much rather prefer using that version over the tech type. So that's kind of why the SA level's at 1. I'll probably end up, raising the SA toward max at some point. Just right now, like I said, I prefer the agility version over the tech version. So this is pretty much the team, and I kind of skipped through it when I was recording earlier after a long day, so definitely made some mistakes here and there, particularly probably not putting LR Goku Black in the first slot to make sure the attack increased with every attack, stuff like that. But this went relatively smoothly. I mean, this team is pretty efficient for what it is. Again, no dupe paths unlocked, so pretty much everybody except for the World Tournament Perfect Cell, which is at 79%, and then the Final Form Cooler obviously at 100% potential. Everybody else is at 55% in the potential system. So it's a pretty good unit. I mean, a pretty good squad. Is just definitely not the best of units, but it's good enough to be able to clear Battle Road. So just kind of running through this for the video purposes. By the way, I did update the kind of video layout a little bit. I did move it over to the left side a little bit from the center. So let me know in the comments if if this looks fine to you, or you'd much rather prefer everything the actual video in the very middle of the screen. Make sure to leave a comment. Certainly appreciate feedback from each and every one of you, so definitely let me know. The artwork, definitely, I talked about it in the other video, but Zen Approach definitely did do an amazing job with the Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta drawing. So if you haven't done so, I will put a link in the pinned comments, so definitely make sure to check it out. The Tech First Form Frieza is definitely a good unit, and he's going to allow the rest of the team to link up relatively well, especially if you bring in units within the Frieza family. Like I've got the Golden Frieza and Final Form Cooler unit, other units like Goku Black and the Easy A Perfect Cell and the World Tournament Perfect Cell. Those guys can link up relatively well with each other also. So in terms of link, it's not too bad, you know what I mean. Sometimes you're going to face some key issues, but for the most part, I think most units should be able to get an super attack off every time they're up. I haven't tested the extreme stage for the newly added Super Battle Road stages, so I'll probably run through that with either the Tech First Form Frieza or the Rose unit, just kind of test things around and seeing what kind of team builds work best. So I'll try and upload that video sometime this weekend also. But I definitely wanted to try out this First Form Frieza unit since I was able to pull at least one copy of him. So definitely wanted to test it out on Battle Road and see how he does. I do like the Perfect Cell unit, the World Tournament version. He's not the greatest units, but he really does help out the rest of the team. Plus, he's a great partner for the Easy A Perfect Cell as well. So it's I don't know. I could certainly bring in other units probably, but for the most part, it tends to work pretty well. Like I said, Golden Frieza, I definitely at some point need to actually invest some SA levels and potential levels toward him. I just, whenever I need a Golden Frieza type unit, I tend to just go with the agility version. I mean, it's already at max potential at rainbow status, so obviously I'm going to pick that over any other version of Golden Frieza. So I don't know, that's just kind of how things have been. Now, if I pulled more of the tech types before I pulled the agility types, obviously it would have been the other way around, but the agility version is definitely a good unit too. And as you can see, 255,000 is pretty much, SA level 1 capacity for that guy. So I guess, I guess it was yesterday when I talked about it, but Boss Rush 6 is scheduled to be out September 13th. So I'm guessing part 2 of the 250 million download celebration will start around that time. I don't even know what day that is. That's probably more than likely like late Thursday, early Thursday morning, or early Friday morning, right? I mean, that's kind of when new shit drops in JP. It's kind of weird how they have their schedule, but if you think about it from the JP time, it's like, 5 p.m. on a Friday or something like that, so I guess it all works out. It definitely does put it into perspective, going through the type-specific Super Battle Road stages in comparison to, the category stages. The category stages are definitely a lot more difficult now, and I haven't cleared all of them. There's a couple that I haven't cleared yet just because of the simple fact that I don't have the category leads for it. Like, for example, the Shadow Dragon Saga stage, I haven't beaten that because I don't have the Omega Shenron unit. And then the Majin Buu Saga stage, obviously I don't have the physical type Super Vegito. I thought about, since I do now have Tech Vegito Blue, I could probably see if I can come up with a system that'll work to include, all types of Majin Buu Saga units. The probably better choice would probably be the, cross between Hybrid Saiyans and also the Majin Buu Saga. But if I did that, obviously Vegito wouldn't get any benefit from one of the leader skills, so there's a little bit of stuff I got to test around and play with, and I'm sure I'll come up with a system that'll work. But Boss Rush 6, back to that, the 6-minute clearance requirement, that's going to be very difficult to do, if not impossible. I don't know how people are going to manage to do that. We'll wait and see if that's actually even a requirement. I think I saw in some of the comments that people were saying the potential Jiren unit might be the reward for that. At this point, it's all speculation, so who the hell even knows, right? But that would be actually kind of pretty cool, but if it wasn't 6 minutes to beat it. So hopefully it's a little bit more realistic. So the perfect cell you see there, I've mentioned that he has no dupes, and since we do get 2 of the red stones as part of the 250 million download celebration, I still have the first one from the first period of the celebration, and then we obviously get another one as part of the Purunga Wishes. I'm debating on who to go with, honestly. It's probably down to 2 units, one being the perfect cell unit. I could essentially unlock the top left and bottom right path immediately. That's going to help out a lot as well. Or the other option is to go with the intelligence type Ultimate Gohan. That's essentially going to allow for two dupe paths to be unlocked immediately. Or I could go with a combination of one of each. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, but I'm sure I'll make a decision at some point. The purple stone, I still have that, and I haven't made a decision on it either, but I'll probably do that sometime this weekend. So back to the SBR stage. We're on the last battle against the family Kamehameha units, and we'll kind of just run through it. So far, HP recoveries for certain units definitely do help out a lot, as well as the link skills shared within the Frieza family. So Overall, item usage hasn't been too bad. I mean, I actually have spare items to use, just to be on the safe side. So definitely pretty stable and pretty consistent team overall, even though, they really don't have their potential system maximized. It's good enough to be able to, be used to be able to clear this particular event. And I guess the battles haven't lasted long enough to, see the final form and Golden Frieza transformations. I think the highest I've seen so far is the alien-looking form, which is the third form. I don't know. I guess I just decided to get rid of Gohan first. It just seemed like a tedious unit, so definitely wanted to take care of that and knock that out, and then work on either the Goku or Goten unit. And you know how much I am of a fan of the cooler unit, the tech version. Obviously, the physical version is substantially better, and I did finally get him not too long ago. But this guy's pretty good on villains team, whatever setup. Movie boss is a pretty good setup for this guy. At 100%, this guy definitely does pretty well. I mean, with the criticals activated, he can definitely hit for, a couple of M's. Not quite, 2 million, but like definitely 1.5 region. So he's definitely not a bad unit. So basically slowly chipping away HP little by little. And 1.7 million with this guy definitely does help. I did pick a friend, I think, that had 79%. So, definitely beneficial to have additionals and criticals kick in for this guy. My version obviously has no dupes, so you're pretty much looking at the flat 2,000 boost overall to HP, attack, and defense without any levels besides level 5 for criticals. Everything else is pretty much zero. Okay, so one more unit left. Like I said, slowly chipping away. Now, obviously, Golden Frieza is the best unit to include in terms of defense, but at this point, I'm pretty sure that Goten's going to get KO'd, so plenty of HP left over, plus there's a limited number of attacks, so not really too concerned. Alright, so that's pretty much the brief overview of Super Battle Road with the Extreme TEQ First Form Frieza. So thanks for watching.